and get into the pods and get some questions going. So we do this thing. Okay, great.
I thought there was food in there.
See, a lot of people be thinking that, and my friend came over the other day and asked me if she could cook with it. I was like, never. But do you guys think that does the Dallas dancing, do they get enough credit? Like, does Dallas itself get enough credit for dance?
I'll let you answer first.
I don't think so, because there's so many talented people in Dallas. So many dancers, singers, actors. There's so many talented people, and I just don't feel like we get recognized that much. You know, like you always hear that there's people coming up in LA, in Chicago, and all these other places. It's just
not only that, but our good dancers always want to move to LA.
I was just gonna say that. Speaking of, I don't know if y'all know Dallas, Eli.
Yeah,
he used to teach at Millennium way back, like years ago. But he moved to LA and he's doing his thing. But it's just like he was so talented even here, and it's just I don't think the Dallas scene has enough auditions. It's not enough things going out here for a lot of choreographers, and it's more. I think even the music side and the music industry is evolving in Dallas. But as far as dancing, I think it's just now starting to come about, and everybody's starting to see who is who, I guess you could say.
No, because I didn't even know that there were studios here until like 2 years ago. Like I asked online and somebody was like, "Oh, Naples, it's like LA." I was like, "Okay, I'll go to Naples."
And she actually went to LA too, but came back to Dallas. So it's just like that's another thing. A lot of people go to LA or New York or whatever, and then they realize sometimes you just have to do it at home.
That's my goal. Like I really would like to make, not with dance, but I would really like to make it like out of Dallas. Like I don't want to feel like I have to leave my home to like really be, I don't know, recognized or acknowledged. Because I mean, for like, shoot, you know what? Never mind. Y'all say what you think.
I don't know. Yeah, I want to like own my own studio when I'm older, and so wherever I would want to place that studio in a place where kids don't really get the opportunity to like dance or do any of that stuff. So it'll be probably in Dallas or maybe Oak Cliff or something like that, somewhere where kids can start dancing or doing whatever they want. So
she said, "When I'm older, you're so cute, so young." It's just like, girl, it's now. It's gonna hit you before you know it. So start doing everything you can do now.
I feel like you could do it now. I actually remember. I don't know why I just remembered this, but my old job. This is how we actually met. I had like a dance team for the kids at my job because I worked for a nonprofit and they weren't getting the opportunities to dance. And I know your little sister. She was in my class. She was always like, "Oh, I want to dance, Miss Victoria. I want to dance." I'm like, "All right, we're gonna find a way to dance." So I bought all this material, making sure like we can dance. And there's something about seeing kids like really like dance. I don't know. It's like heartwarming, which is why I like TikTok too. Like I like seeing them just have fun because we didn't really. I mean, we did do that, but it was kind of like if you didn't know the popular dances, you weren't really like. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's really different.
I come from an age and generation to where I'm from New York, of course, but I don't know if that's just a East Coast thing, but at barbecues and cookouts, we have dance competitions and dance contests. Like, you know what I mean?
Too,
like,
but like, it's not choreo. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these kids are learning choreo on TikTok.
I mean, but still they'll add it, Like, I remember for my niece's birthday, we just like, okay, come on, y'all gonna have something. And they were doing the dances together and all of that, but I miss that. I miss when kids would do that too. And actually, I think sometimes TikTok and all of these social media websites, I'm not gonna say it matures a child faster, but some of these dance moves are a little bit, too much. So take it back.
Throwing it back?
Yeah, okay. take it back a little bit.
But we did have pop, lock, and drop it. So can we talk? Maybe the stanky leg too. I mean, we did have some of those.
But it wasn't a bend over. No,
you're right. Because they know what they're doing because they lift up their shirts and then they do. I'm like, what the hell? Looks fun though. I'm gonna try. So whatever.
But I'm not gonna judge them because I was a kid too. So
What was y'all's favorite dance as a kid? Like, was it the Soulja Boy? Was it? Mine was Don't Drop That Thumb for Them.
Oh my gosh.
That was my shit. I love that one.
As a kid, see,
not like a kid, like middle school.
Oh, okay. So I'm like, that was just my little Tootsie Roll, whatever, with the butterfly, whatever that was. Hey, okay. Was it this? I don't know if it was a Soulja Soulja Boy? I can't even tell you.
I think mine was like gas pedal or something. Me
Oh.
and my sister would be jamming to
I
that.
can't tell you what mine was. It might have been just like a Sierra dance too or something. Like Sierra had some popular
you're right, like
videos.
the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 step or whatever.
Yeah. Even when Promise came out, even though that's when I was older, I was still doing that Promise.
Or
thing.
Like a Boy.
Like a Boy.
I love that one.
That was
That
a good
video
one.
is.
I didn't know there was a
And
dance.
she's a great dancer.
She is. She didn't
Speaking
get enough
of-
credit.
Yeah.
Now they're praising dancers who do incorporate dance, like Chris Brown and Normani and those type of people. And I feel like dancers as singers, like that's also important because we need like performers.
You
that
need a performer.
A lot of
Performance
performance.
is key.
But I had brought that up because I just remember you teaching the little kids because I mean, I don't know dance, so I was like, she's gonna do technique because I don't know nothing about technique. And you were so sweet and nice to them.
Yeah.
So if you have these kids now, are you still gonna be the same sweet and nice?
I might be a little more aggressive, but that's just because it's all out of love, you know?
Yeah.
I just want them to learn, because I learned that being sweet and all nice, that doesn't really help all the time. So,
I'd be like, y'all don't really want to do this.
right, so it's like, but yeah, definitely I should be more aggressive if I'm going to work with kids, because they learn better that way, I feel.
And they like respond better to that too
Yeah.
when you are on them because they know you
Yeah.
care or whatever. But
Maybe not like all the time, but
Yeah.
yeah, no.
little
Don't be the
sprinkle.
ones all the time. You can't be an Ivy League.
All right.
Okay. All right. Kind of talked about that, but I mean, what it was fun versus strict choreographers. What do y'all prefer?
Fun.
yeah, fun.
Like, I think, but Sida's class, I
She's
enjoy
fun.
Sida.
She's both.
She's
I
fun
feel.
and she's strict.
Yeah.
But I feel like she's more strict. Well, it is
No,
fun.
she's more fun to me.
Really?
Yeah, to me. But I mean, even though she's serious, it's just like she makes the seriousness of it fun. Like she makes you want to learn. She makes you get
Because I
out.
wouldn't come to class if I didn't like you.
Yeah,
but
strict to me is like in 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2. Okay,
There's
no, you
some
gotta do that.
classes she's like that.
Yeah,
Which
that's
I like though. I like
Really?
that. I prefer that because I'm like still trying to learn. So I need people to be like, you need to do this or
It
whatever.
kind of scares me because one minute she's laughing and all fun and being goofy, and then it's like, no, come on. I'm just like, oh.
No, I love that, and I love when she tells everyone to stop talking.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's the best. Stop talking. Let's up. Go. Watch this. I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, all right. But I mean, that's my learning style. So I just wanted to ask that. Okay, next question. Do you guys think that dance is an art form or is it a sport?
Art, for sure.
Art? I think it's a sport.
I think it's both to me.
Yeah.
Can I be on the both sides of the spectrum? Because
So
it
is that one person?
No, seriously though, because if you think about, look at a dancer's body. I'm talking
Yeah.
about a dancer's body, like ballet, whatever. It's just defined.
Mhm.
Like they are working muscles they never worked before. They're using muscles, and you just look like, how do you have that muscle in your leg? So I think it's really a sport, but the beauty of it is the art form, like the feeling of it, what I see, how it's interpreted, is the feeling. So that's why I say both.
Okay.
I feel like with a sport, you have rules to it, you know? You have rules to this game. Basketball, football, soccer, there's like rules to it, and that's a sport. I feel like with dance, it's more of an art, and you can be so creative with it. I don't really think you can be that creative when you're playing basketball or playing football. There's rules to it, and you know what you're doing, you know?
So what about like drill team though? Because drill team for me, well, kind of was a sport to me. Like I was on it faithfully, but I'm not saying like we did compete.
No, I was gonna mention
Yeah,
that.
so I
Competition teams.
Yeah, I competed all the time.
Yeah, but they put that together, but like separating it, like separating the dance teams and stuff, they came up with that group dance. They created all of that.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You
I'm
know?
following you now.
Yeah, so it's just the whole creativity we need. Like I just
Because it's like, it's different every time.
Mhm.
But like at the same time though, there's a way that you're gonna go on releve, right? There's a way that you're gonna do certain moves, right? So I mean that's kind of the rule to dance. So I mean I would count that as a sport.
Or just what I said, but I can see both sides.
No, I see
Yeah.
both sides. It's definitely like artistic. I love watching dances and seeing the way people move. Like
Right.
it's
Yeah.
really interesting. It's really
And then
dope.
it's a sport because I don't know about y'all, but
You
I
get
be
tired.
sweating. Ooh, can we slow down? Hold on,
Definitely a
let's see.
workout, yeah.
Where's the water? Okay.
Yeah, other people are saying both, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that was easy. Next one. Okay. Your thoughts on the different styles?
What about it though?
What do you just think about it? What do you think about hip hop?
I think every style is important.
Yeah.
I think it's so many hip hop styles. If I'm doing a hip hop dance, I'm incorporating a ballet or a jazz technique or something in there. I feel like they all kind of correlate. They all correspond with one another. You know, no matter what style you're doing. Even if you're doing, that's kind of like Save the Last Dance, for instance. It was a ballet movie, but she like added a little bit of hip hop, added a little bit of street style, added a little bit of that. So it kind of made it her own style. You know, so.
No, I feel
Just
like
an example.
What you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you can be a great hip hop dancer, but if you don't have that technique, if you don't know how to do.
You think you have that technique for hip hop?
No, I just feel like it makes you a better dancer if you do have all those styles and if you know all those styles. Because like I say, there can be like a really great hip hop dancer, but if they bust out like a move, you know, on it.
That there's too much of like adopting going on, because you did mention that, and then I'm like thinking I've taken hip hop classes, but I'm like, this is
Not
jazz
hip-hop.
funk.
Okay.
Like,
You
this is not
say
hip-hop.
that. I hate paying for this. It's not what it's set out to be. This is not hip hop.
That's why we wanted to see the dance too, because I know choreographers don't be comfortable posting the dance or song before. I'm like, no, before I pay $15, $20, $25,
I need to see it.
I want to see what you're teaching, so that way I know if it's the style. Because I do not want to do no jazz funk and a split. Like,
Yeah, for
So,
a hip hop
You
class.
know, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Because I'm like, can you refund me my money? I'm that type of person. This wasn't for me. I'm sorry.
have you guys ever? Well, I mean, obviously, but like, are there any dance classes that you like avoid, or don't say it, like you avoid it because like they consistently do that, or is it just like a one-time thing sometimes?
I typically know who I want to go.
Oh,
dance
so you
with.
got a set choreographer
Yeah.
that you're gonna go to.
And then like street style is like what I want to get a little bit more like her, a little street. Because it's like hip hop, but it's very street.
Yeah.
Like for her. So it's a Robert, y'all know Slim?
Yeah.
Yeah, he teaches. He used to have community Sundays.
And I love
I'm
that.
so
You
sad
should
he
do it
don't have-
again.
I think he's gonna pick it back up, but that kind of style is what I want to get incorporated because I'm more of heels and a little, you know, jazzy and all of that.
So you take heels classes?
Oh yeah, that's what I like started doing. I used to take Gina's classes too. I don't know if y'all know who Gina is. I center dance. Yeah, so I did, and then of course Navis class, and yeah. Even in high school, I was just always when drill to like heels, like yeah.
I can't walk in heels, so I just haven't taken a heels class yet.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I took one at a convention and it was terrible. I wore the fat heels.
Okay.
I cannot dance in heels. I need to learn.
There's something about heels that just makes me feel
It
like,
makes you feel like
you know, like even these little ones right here, I just feel like, okay, today.
I don't know how y'all comfortable in that stuff, but I mean, alright, I got it.
To each his own.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We moving on to the next question.
Yep.
Because it's like it's boiling, we're cooking the pot, and then like,
You can do any sound
you know,
effect you
everybody
want.
be whipping it, you know what I'm saying?
I'm thinking about getting a soundboard. Somebody suggested that.
Lucky, that'd be fire.
Yeah. So. Okay. Why do you guys think dancers aren't paid more?
Can we ask everybody that? Why y'all think that? Go
Right.
Because I mean, if you think
Artist
about
said.
it, and like the amount of rehearsals that they have to do, and the like stress on your body or whatever. Like I think they get paid $200 some.
It depends on it just depends on what show you have.
yeah.
Yeah, it
And
depends on the
what
show.
yeah,
Because
because
I'm
I
dancing for Chris Brown.
No, but I was talking like more like music video.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
music
okay.
video, that's
Yeah.
different though. Because I think it depends on what you are auditioning for. Like, it's different outlets. It could be something for behind the scenes on a TV show. It could be for an artist. It could be for, like, anything. You know
But
what I
they're
mean?
saying like for these major artists, like they're not getting paid that much either. Like I think I read something with the Baby's music video, the Bop one, where he has like it's like
All
a
those
big
dancers.
production or whatever. Yeah, a lot of them spoke out about not really getting paid that much through him. Obviously, it's not him; it's his people, whatever. Same thing with the Beyonce. Beyonce. But you know,
But I think too, like, sometimes a lot of dancers, you really have to make your own lane and like make your
Yeah,
own
that's
way
what
to
I
get
do.
your money, because technically you're doing what you love. Like
Yeah.
I mean, for me, if it's an opportunity, I'm taking it. I don't care if it's $250. I had a good time thinking about the memory and thinking about the connections. I think you have to work your way through. So
that's a good mindset because I mean, actually, like if we go back to when we were talking about the Dallas stuff, I feel like that is like the reason why the dance scene is not as popping, because Dallas people are really like clout centered sometimes. So I feel like with these small music, because I see a ton of music videos, so I'm like, these people be wanting dancers for their music videos, so why is it like, why can't you do that, but you like, I mean, you're ready to like go and dance for somebody else, and you're pretty much gonna get paid not that far apart.
Exactly.
So I mean, I would take whatever opportunity I was getting too.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta take it and just run with it. You can't be too good for anything. Oh my gosh, you're only paying me this much. Like, who are you?
Like, if you actually have a passion for dance,
who
then
cares?
go for it.
Yeah, who cares?
I think, but like, what do you guys think is gonna make like a dancer like high paid? Like we see these athletes high paid. Because I mean, if it's an art form and it's a sport, like, don't you think they should be getting paid
It's
a little
a
bit
difference
more?
from a dancer and a choreographer.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
I
That's a
think
good
even
point.
every dancer eventually becomes some kind of like main dancer. I don't know, like, was it a main dancer or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're
Or
saying.
you eventually become some kind of choreographer to where you're working with that artist too. I think that's like the foot in the door. It's like the choreographer might be making money, you know. For instance, let's think about, talking about Beyonce, her dancer, Ashley McEver. You know who
Her
that
dance
is?
captain.
Yeah, she's been with Beyonce for forever. Dance captain, that's what I'm thinking of, excuse me. So she became her dance captain, and I know like now Ashley does a lot of choreography for other people too. At least that's what I read somewhere. But I feel like that's elevated her. Now she has her own lane. She has her own PR, her own this, her own that, you know?
Dancers definitely have to work harder to like get to the spotlight. You just have to be known.
So do you think it's like being an extra, like as an actor, like how there's an actor? I'm trying to do an analogy here. So do you think it's like being an extra?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, being an extra and just like getting yourself up there, like really showcasing your talent. The dancers definitely, I feel like, have to work harder to get up there.
And it's just not about being a great dancer. Like, it's about being a great dancer, but like feeling. It's about personality. It's about facials. It's about the moment you walk through that door and you audition. It's about, did you say thank you at the end of your audition? I don't think people realize like the mannerisms too when you audition and stuff like that. Like that gets you further in life too. My mother always told me speak, 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 and that's why I speak, because it gets you so much further. So sometimes I know I have friends that went to audition just because they knew someone and they were nice and just, oh, they got the job, rather than the person that was in there dancing and then left and was just, you know, left a bad taste in somebody's
I'll be
mouth.
dancing. And then I leave.
I
No,
think too, though, sorry, I was gonna say though, I think too, and like from someone that does not dance, it's like, I feel like some people see dancers as they're just like a celebrity's like enhancement.
Oh,
They don't
that's
think
good
of a
point.
dance, like I mean, I would say I would know Beyonce's dancers because I watch every single concert. You know, like that makes sense. But seeing another dancer, you may recognize someone that is famous in the dance world. But if I could just walk right past them and be like, "You
so
dance for
true.
who?"
That's good.
Okay,
All the time.
you know what I mean. So it's not necessarily they make the show great. I believe they add a lot of value to things that they do. But sometimes it's more about the celebrity because that's what they're attached to. They're not attached to sports, a football team.
That's
you know
Chris
what I
Brown's
mean?
dancer. That's whoever. Yeah, I get that too.
That's a good point though.
That
Good job.
is,
Shoot. But I mean, I like people like Aaliyah Janelle though. Like
Oh,
her come
yeah.
up was really fun to watch
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
Because that was like out of nowhere. Do you guys think that would like ever happen for you, or do you think it's like grind to the top, or do you think like maybe you'll post something one day and flip?
It's just all hope for me. I'm like just hoping, like if a famous choreographer sees my work and they love it and they want to work with me, hey, I'm all for it. Like it's just all hope for me, but definitely grind for what you want. I can't just like sit around and do nothing and wait and expect
Yeah, that's true.
stuff to happen, you know?
Yeah.
So definitely grind.
All right, bet.
True that.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go to the next topic, whatever that is. And what? It's okay. Why is the dance scene so cliquish? Why do you think there's cliques within the dance community?
I think that's in everything. You know,
Yeah,
it's
that
kind of
is.
just like how you have friends, and you just want to hang out with these certain friends because they're funny, and the other friends you have are just book smart. It's kind of like that. I don't know. I think it's just styles too, like being around people that are talented. A lot of dancers that I know, they're dope as fuck and they all hang around each other because they're dope as fuck. You know what I mean? Rather than some beginners that it's just like, oh, y'all starting to dance, y'all are cute. You know, no, y'all are cute. I'm being honest, like y'all are cute, but I think like I've seen that energy that they kind of possess amongst each other that's a little bit different from newbies, I'll say.
I was one of those beginner dancers at the conventions. And when I tell you, they're just all these amazing dancers, and I'm just in the background like, okay. Me and my friends are just like, yeah, you're cool. No one's going to talk to us.
Is there a problem with people only wanting to, like, I don't know, link up with you because of your skill? Or do you think, like, that's warranted?
I think that's granted.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
I definitely wish they would, like, branch out, because, hey, maybe we can learn from them, you know? Instead of just watching them, maybe they can tell us, like, what they did to get to that point, you know? Like,
Yeah. Because I remember I came with you to a dance class once, right? Nobody talked to us.
Yeah.
Then she, like, did a freestyle. She flicked in her freestyle. Everybody was like,
everyone's
oh my gosh, what's your name? I'm
Yeah.
like, she came in class with,
Right.
like,
Did the instructor not talk to you either? Who? Oh,
no, I don't think she did. Not until after.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't like that too. Like, if you're an instructor, say hi to your students. Make them feel comfortable. Break that ice. I don't care what you say. Like,
Yeah.
it's so imperative.
No, that's true. I didn't even think about that. I'm like, some of them really don't acknowledge
They
me.
don't. And you're spending your money in their class, you know, for their class.
I just won't come again if I feel uncomfortable in the
I
class.
know, right?
So,
At least say bye. At least say goodbye.
Okay. What do you guys think is missing from studios?
That's a good question.
That is.
I think more classes, like more different styles of classes.
Oh, yeah.
Like I see a lot of the same classes at studios.
Right. I haven't seen a voguing class in Dallas.
Voguing,
at all.
Tap class. Where
Tap.
tap classes at.
and I've been begging for like a stretch class, and they finally added a stretch class. I was so happy. I'm gonna have to go to it on Tuesday. So.
Yeah. Even though this isn't a dance style, but yoga, I feel like that's a definite thing that dancers should do.
They need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? Crumping. I don't see that
Oh,
enough. I see that at
I wanna learn
DFC,
that.
but that's too damn early. Okay, it's at
Yeah.
6 o'clock. I get off at 7.
They finally now have like the Afro-Caribbean, but even just like African, like I'm this back then used to be, you know, like that. But I don't know what else that a studio
Musical
was
theater.
missing.
I would love musical
Ooh,
theater.
yes.
That would be really fun
I
to
took
do.
like 1, maybe 2 musical theater class in my entire dance career.
Oh really?
What'd you think about it?
It was fun. Like, I loved it. And I've been in like musicals and stuff, but taking an actual class, it was fun. It was really fun. I got to do like a little bit of acting and stuff, which is also something I love. So yeah,
You realize how much work it is?
Yes.
It's a lot of work.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, would y'all ever go on tour? And if yes, who's your favorite artist you would want to tour with?
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with
Dead or
Normani. I love
You
Normani.
love her.
Thing to where I can learn day in, day out. Okay, so they're paying attention to this. I can learn every detail. I just want to study them. That's it.
Is there like any celebrities that you would put together as a girl group because of their dance skills? Or do y'all not pay attention to the like celebrities that can dance? Like the musicians, I mean, artists.
That can dance.
Mm-hmm. Like Kehlani, she can dance, and Tiana Taylor, she can dance.
Kalani?
Kehlani.
Kehlani. Even like Tinashe.
Oh, Tinashe, I forgot about her. So I think I would do Tinashe, Tiana, and Kehlani.
No, Normani,
Oh.
Tiana, and maybe Tinashe. That'd be
Oh yeah,
fire.
that would kind of be dope.
That would be like,
dope.
damn, because they can all dance their asses off. Kehlani can dance too, but I think Tinashe's style is just a little bit more.
Yeah.
She just has
More
everything.
choreo,
Yeah,
center.
like she's trained. I think she
Mhm.
actually is a trained dancer.
Yeah,
like
she
we were talking
is.
about. That would be fire though. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
What about you?
Shoot, I like y'all's answers.
All right.
I'm just like, yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the last topic for today. So since we're talking about dance, I did want to go ahead and highlight like a lot of the things that have been going on in the news. So stuff like, I mean, obviously, rest in peace to George Floyd.
Rest in peace.
Rest
Just
in
take
peace.
one moment of
Yeah, for
silence,
sure.
just 5 seconds. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
No, yeah, that felt needed actually.
Yes.
But no, yeah, so Rest in peace to him. Rest in peace to a lot of black people who have lost their lives to police brutality, to any type of violence, racial violence. There's a lot of protests going on. And for some reason, this is like the weirdest, it's the weirdest thing. And as y'all know, I said it on my Instagram, we're going to talk about it more next week or whatever. But there's just something so weird about this one because I feel like everybody cares so much with this one. Like, it's like, I don't know, like, I feel overwhelmed when I look, like, at a non-POC, like, actually speak up and stuff. And I don't know why I'm feeling overwhelmed, because usually I don't care if they do speak up or not, because it's a black issue, so I'm going to fight for black people regardless. But seeing that is crazy to me. So, I mean, but some people we haven't seen speak up is, like, you know, the choreographers, the non-black choreographers, that benefit off of hip-hop or Afrobeats or whatever black created dance. So I just wanted to see, like, what do y'all think about that? Do you guys look to people to say something? Do you feel like they should say something? Or is it just not, it doesn't really cross your mind?
I get emotional to talk about this because, girl, let's not talk about last night. I was just crying. I think everybody should speak up. I just think that, I don't think it hit so hard this time because it's happened so many times. And it's like, how many times do we have to speak up for somebody to understand that and to hear us? And for me, it just hit because it's like, that could have been my brother, like that could have been my father, that could have been my uncle, it could be me, it could be anybody, it could be you know what I mean? So I think that if you don't speak up, if you don't even just voice in your opinion and just say, listen, like, rest in peace first and foremost. If you can't even say and acknowledge, you know what I'm saying? If you can't even acknowledge the situation and what's happened, then I'm not gonna say I don't have respect for you, but I can't rock with you like that. So it's just, how can I even look at you like a public figure? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and actually for me, it's like I actually take, I don't take many classes, but I take one class from a non-black person. And it was like really important for me to see if she was going to say something. I hope she doesn't come across this podcast because I'm totally talking about you. She's in an interracial relationship, so I'm like, okay, so now I really do feel like you have to say something. Because if you don't, like, I feel like I have to, like, just clear all my friends list and start over
and
whatever.
I follow like three, you know, white people or Caucasian, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we're friends. So for you not to even say one thing, and the thing is, all this happened on my birthday. So it was like at the end of the day when I'm just getting in my car and my mom is telling me this throughout the day, but I'm not even paying attention. So it's not until the next day that I'm just like, damn. And then I see my friends not even acknowledging, you know, not even saying Black Lives Matter. You want to say all lives matter, and it's, say something. It matters. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, we're the generation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're the generation that needs to see this change. Like, we have to go out. And that's another thing. I was even scared to go out to protest because it's just everybody's turning this into something else. Now it's theft. Now it's robbery. You know, to me, and I feel like they're taking his name in vain. And it's not even a black people. Y'all seen it? You know, y'all saw it on the news. There's not even black people that are stealing. No. It's a lot of
and this is something I really wanted to say to people. And I'm going to drop the exclusive that I did for Served on Sundays. But I mean, I went out to the protest. I was scared as hell to go to the protest because, I mean, I'm not even going to lie. I'm one of those black people born and raised in the suburbs that get scared to go to, like, the inner city or downtown or whatever. Because I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how to maneuver here. I don't know how people work here or whatever. But it was really important that I go because you also have to recognize the privileges that you may have as a black person. Because not all black people are going to experience, like, direct racism. Right. That's just, I mean, that's just what it is. But me as a person who has experienced that, I was like, okay, no, I have to go. Like, I actually have to go. And I mean, if I need to make it, like, I need to use my platform, because I mean, that's what serving is about, like, serving your community with the facts. And seeing it for myself, I was like, it's really not even us. Like, that's why I get so aggravated when people are like, oh, they need to stop rioting, they need to do this. And I'm like, please stop putting this, like, on black people, because it's a lot of non-black people that were throwing rocks. They hit me and my friend. I was like, y'all are trying to hit the cops, but y'all are hitting, like, other people. So it's like, oh my gosh. And then it's like, the police, they're throwing tear gas at us and we're peacefully protesting. And that's another narrative I really don't like, because I mean, I don't know why people think everyone just goes out and starts causing destruction. Like, it started off peaceful. Started off peaceful the first 3 to 4 hours. Then after that, that's like when it starts to get heavy or whatever. And like the police, you know, they want to throw things to like make us act out even more so they can use that for the media and manipulate it any way they want to. Which is also why I just want to say to like black people that have black businesses, I mean, I would like to know if you were affected, I want to donate to you.
Yeah.
But I also don't want this this isn't the answer, because to me I'm like that still deviates from what like we can actually do, because it may not be the answer, but like people are angry. People don't know what our black business is when they start participating in the rioting, which is why I would say like more of us like who have businesses in downtown Dallas, we do need to be like out and we do need to be protesting so we could educate people like, yo, this is what you can't touch. This is like someone who's helpful, whatever. So I mean like that's my thing on it. Like I know it's like really emotional and it's really heavy or whatever, but we have to keep like looking forward and continuing to find solutions, because saying this isn't the answer and then not giving an answer is not a solution.
And then people that are outside of their business protecting them are getting injured. I think somebody just got injured yesterday.
For real?
You know, yeah. So it's just sad. Like my
hard.
heart hurts for the world we live in, and I could not imagine having a child
I don't want to have
in this world right now.
Really
you know what I
don't.
mean?
So
Like
it's kinda,
it hurts my feelings that this is what it's. I just hate it. And there's nothing we can do about it but do that. Say something. Get up.
Like, you
and
just
that's
gotta continue to fight. Like,
yeah, and that's another thing. Just make sure y'all are staying active. Make sure you're speaking, using your voice. You know, prayer is what we need right now. I just been praying.
Yes.
I thought about watching the Versus. I've never watched the Versus episode or whatever
Oh,
ever.
girl, I love the music.
Really? I'm like, I don't see the point in watching them go back and forth, because I could look it up myself, but I mean, whatever. I felt like I needed to watch the prayer one.
Yeah.
I was like, that is something that I really should. I feel like anybody could, because this world needs so much healing.
And that's what we were just talking about. Like,
Yeah, I saw
somebody
that
just
shit.
got.
That happened yesterday.
Somebody's always getting hurt.
Someone is always getting hurt, but I do want to reiterate to people, like, don't get that confused with the protesters. There are people who are hired to like actually cause so much havoc. Like, they're anarchists, okay? So I just want to make sure people know that, so that way they're not like, well, this is why I don't support Black Lives Matter. Well, this is why I don't do this. And it's like, no. You never supported us. You're just looking for a reason to like really say that. So I want people to be educated when it comes to that.
And then I get it too. Like, not every person that is not black is racist, okay?
Yeah.
I get it, right? I get that point. But it's not even about that right now. It's just about how Black Lives Matter, okay? I get it. Everybody matters, right? But this time specifically and what's happened in the past, it's about us,
Yeah.
okay? And
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that people don't realize. Like, it's getting serious. It's getting worse. Like, it's not getting better. You know what I mean? Especially after all this corona. Like,
Right, I was just going to say that the pandemic is exacerbating it, which is why I do feel for the black businesses that were affected. So obviously, please send me links I can donate to. But I mean, like, the pandemic, it's like it's making it harder, because these people have been stuck in their house. Some of them have lost their jobs. They don't know what to do. And it's almost like, okay, well, if I can't make a living here, and I can't be black here, like, what the hell do I do?
Right.
Like, do I have to tear some shit up so you listen to me?
right.
Because, I mean, I see that stuff as, like, your mom telling you to go clean your room. She says it nicely the first, like, 5-6 times, right?
Mhm.
Then she about to curse your ass out because you didn't get up and go clean the room. So, to me, it's the same thing. It's like we've been saying it peacefully. We've been trying to get to y'all. So, it's like now it's going to be havoc. And, obviously, yes, there's going to be collateral damage. But I mean, that's just what's going to have to happen in order for change to come about. So that's all I have to say.
Yeah. My
Touchy
heart is just
stuff,
broken,
yeah.
and I just pray for the world that we live in. That's all I can do, and I hope justice is
No, I hope justice is served.
Oh my gosh,
is
I'm
not
praying.
justice.
Justice is served.
Third degree is not justice. So
I'm just praying, and that's all we can do. So,
Yeah.
you know, my heart goes out to those families, and there's so many other people that are going through the same thing that we don't even know about because we haven't heard anything about it yet, or you know, it's just not publicized as much. But my heart goes out to their families as well. So.
alrighty.
Yeah.
Well, didn't want to end things on a bad note, but Nakeeria, you got anything that you want to say? You want to about dance or anything?
I mean, touching up on the like non-black choreographers not saying anything, I just want to say, like, since you are an influencer, people look up to you, so definitely like just say something about it, like what's your opinion, and that'll have your fans like
wanting to do something and wanting to do
Yeah.
more. And, yeah, because people look up to you, so.
And some celebrities don't know the weight their like influence holds. Like they don't know just showing up to a protest is going to like make people say, okay, maybe this is serious. Maybe I need to do something. He's actually doing something. And now I get it. Like protesting is not for everybody. It's not for me. I left as soon as I heard gunshots.
Yeah.
Okay, but I mean, you gotta find a way to do something.
Dance
Shit,
it out.
I'll probably do a TikTok after this because I'm so upset. But I mean, it's all good. Nakeeria, I want to thank you again for coming and talking with us, conversing with us. And we'll see y'all next week. We'll talk more about these Black issues.
And go check out my song. Link is in my bio at Miss Beckett. Follow me, whatever.
Okay. Don't forget to follow Nakeeria.
Nakeeria.
All right, this is Served on Sundays. I'll see y'all next week.
All right,
Bye.
bye.